अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। ये मैं वॉइस बना रहा हूँ अपने एसआरटीज़ की, जो कि आपने मुझे कहा था कि आपने एक तरफ से एसआरटीज़ पढ़ने हैं और फिर उसी टाइम उसका जवाब देना है शीशे के सामने खड़े होके। तो वो मैं कर रहा हूँ। फर्स्ट एसआरटी है, योर एल्डर ब्रदर इज़ इन्वॉल्व इन इमोरल एक्टिविटीज़, व्हाट विल यू डू? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, I will approach him by myself and tell him that he's not doing good things. I will try to cope up with him that maybe he understands me and leave those immoral activities. And if he does not understand or apply what I tell him, then I will definitely approach my mother, as I'm more frank to her, to tell him that to stop him from these immoral activities. Second one is, you killed a person accidentally, and the same time a car also hit that person. Woman who was driving the car think that she killed that person. What will you do? Okay, as this was my mistake that I accidentally killed that person, I would not rather run away to put that blame on that woman. I would come in front and accept my mistake that I accidentally uh, killed that person, or whether the whatever the reason was. So third SRT is, you were going for a job interview. On your way, you saw an injured person. What will you do? I will definitely come up to that person. I will call the 1122 so that the ambulance reaches on that time, and till the time ambulance reaches, I will be there. I'm a medical student, and I will try to give him the first aid as much as help I can do to him. And when the ambulance arrives, I will put him in the ambulance and then go towards my job interview. Okay. The fourth one, you become mess instructor and your senior instructor told you to do extra billings of people. What will you do? You became a mess instructor. Your instructor told you to do extra billing of people. No, I would definitely don't do that. Even though my senior instructor asked me, but I would not do that. You are going with your sister and a stranger is following you. What will you do? If I'm going with my sister and a stranger is following us, then I would definitely reach go if there is any shelter around us, that like our uncle's house or something. But if we are away from our home or any of our relatives' home, I will confront that person, that whether he's actually following us or not, and if he's following us, what's the matter. Due to COVID-19, you saw people stealing basic things of need from a store. What will you do? Okay, even though it's COVID-19, but stealing is a crime, and every crime, even the smaller ones, lead to a bigger crime, and then the whole society and nation fell into that mishap. So I would definitely uh, inform the store masters, store owners, that this is happening in your store. You should be aware of it, and if they want to take legal action, then it is also good. Seventh, you purchased 5 kg meat from a shop, and on your way back to home, a dog bite you and snatch some meat. What will you do? I will definitely go to the nearest hospital or veterinary hospital, any hospital that is nearby me, and and I will, as many dogs, some of the dogs carry rabies in them. I will definitely approach the nearest hospital and take injection of rabies and other injections, and so that I do not get any infection out of that bite. Eighth SRT is you are the only son of your parents, so they want you to marry a girl. But if you marry, you will not be eligible for Pak Army. What will you do? Okay. If my parents are agreed on that girl, and I'm not, I would definitely convince my parents, as army is my passion. I have been longing for army since my childhood, so it's my passion dream. So I will definitely try my best to convince them. But if they are not convinced with me, I would rather marry that girl, because I cannot go against my parents. They have brought me up, they have established me. So I will definitely go with their decision. Ninth, you are quite handsome boy. An old man his eye while looking at you. What will you do if he keeps staring at you? uh, in the blink of eye, I would rather ignore that. And if he keeps staring, I will not do certain anything. But if he approaches me, or touches me, or says anything to me, then I will confront him. Otherwise I will just try to ignore that, or uh, go away from there. You got a foreign scholarship at PMA, but your physical fitness is not good. Will you go for it, or skip that chance? I will try to avail that chance, and my physical fitness is not, if not good, I will try to make it to the that level that it is quite enough for that scholarship, and I will try my best to avail that chance. But if I cannot, then I will definitely skip that chance. 11th SRT, your brother is your responsibility, and he is not performing good at school because of excess use of mobiles. He is not obeying you. What will you do? As he is my responsibility, I have to ensure that he does well in school. So if the mobile phone is the reason that he is not performing well, I will take that phone from him in the exam days when he has to prepare for exams. And if he does not follow my instructions, I will consult my parents, I will tell them, and before that I will take his phone and make him prepare for the exam so that he does well. And next is you committed a sin, you are ashamed of it. You will be defamed in society if you admit that sin, and if not, then everything will go well. What will you do? Okay, I will not admit that, as sin, as said by Allah, your sin is with you unless you show it to others. So if I have committed a sin, I will definitely uh, seek forgiveness from Allah rather than telling it to people, and becoming defamed, or a reason that my parents feel ashamed of me. So I will not admit that. 13th SRT, a girl gets stuck in a jungle at night and she doesn't have any source to inform police. What she should do? She should definitely reach for a shelter nearby, if there is one. Otherwise she should prepare anything from the jungle, like she can use the wood, the leaves, to burn a fire, so that the animals don't get near to her because of that fire. Moreover, she can use the jungle woods as a weapon. She can scratch the wood and make it usable as a weapon, or use it for for her safety. And when the night goes, she should definitely get out of that jungle. Your phone is ringing and you picked up the call. On the other side of phone there is your friend who is telling you that he or she wants to suicide. How will you help him or her? Okay, I will first of all convince him or her to, rather than doing it, come and meet me once in front of me face to face. I will try best to convince them. If they are convinced, it is very way better to so I can meet them in face to face, and my words would be more efficient at that time. But if they are not convinced, I will convince them on phone. I will hear their problems, that why, what is the reason of their suicide, and I will try my best to console them. And if that problem is financially or some other problem that I can solve, or any other thing can solve, I will definitely do that. Other than that, I would definitely assure them that whatever their problem is, I am with them, and we can solve the problem. And I should really tell them what are the consequences of suicide after death, that we get away with the problems of this world, but after the suicide, what will happen with us in the on the day of judgment? There is no forgiveness of suicide, and I will try my best to convince them. One of your friend get addicted to wrong deeds. You and his father suggest him to leave all these deeds, but he didn't understand. What will you do? Okay, if he is addicted to wrong deeds such as drugs or any other things, and he is not even listening to his father, so I would suggest his father to take action uh, about him, like where those things are coming in his mind. If he is doing drugs, then what is the source of his drugs? We should probably reach up to it, and uh, tell police about it, so that that drug dealer get caught. Or if he's involved in any other immoral activities, I would definitely suggest his father to send him to a rehab center, which has proven very efficient in many cases around the world. Okay, the next one is, you are doing a job and you are sent on a special secret mission, but your family is not allowing you to go. What will you do? So I will definitely try to convince my family that mission is a part of my job, and I have to do it, whether it is dangerous or not. So I will try to convince my family, and tell them that it is my job, and if I get if I died in that mission, it is better than anything else on this world that I get shahadat. So I will definitely try to convince them, and go on that mission. But if they are not agreed, I would not go on that mission. If someone steals money from a bank and distributes it to needy people, you know that person, what will you do? He's doing a good thing, but on the other hand, he's doing stealing, which is prohibited in Islam. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that someone who steals, you should cut off his hands. If he wants to help the needy people, there are many other ways to help them other than stealing. So I will definitely report that person. Okay, next one is, a student always stands first in the class, but during his midterm exams, his health was not good, and he was not prepared for exam, but he still secured good marks in exams. His teacher came to know that he has done cheating. Now what should his teacher do? Hmm. Although he's a good student, and his health was not good. He chose the wrong path, but other than that, still a good and brilliant student. In my opinion, the teacher should give him another chance rather than reporting him. One of your friend is taking sleeping pills and you came to know that he is doing this because of financial issues. What will you do? I will definitely help him in that financial issues and also advise him that not to do these such type of things. Even in depression, come to me and I will be there for you anytime, anywhere. And if there is any help required to you, I will definitely help you. Next one is, if your father does not afford your fee and one of your uncle paid all your university fee, but he demand that you should marry his daughter, but you didn't don't like her daughter, what will you do? Um, Although I am in debt of him, but if I don't like her doctor, uh, I would not marry her because it's a life decision. Although he has paid for my university, and return that I will return that help in some other phase. But if her daughter is not good or she is not well enough, so I would definitely not marry her. But if she's a good girl, she has that certain qualities that I like, then I would consider her. Other than that, I would not marry her. Okay, next one. United Nations announced that every year students from Pakistan will come for higher studies abroad. Do you think it is a good thing for nation development of Pakistan? Yes, I think it is a good thing that the brilliant students get a chance to study abroad and enhance their skills there, and they should probably use that knowledge and facility to facilitate their own country after they come back to Pakistan. So it is a good thing. Your neighbors were shouting because there were thieves in their house. You ran for their help and you came to know that that thief is your brother. What will you do? Um, I will take the missing things from him and place them in my neighbor's house and carry my brother back to our house without telling them who is the thief, because it's a family matter and I will not tell them that the thief was my brother. A girl from your neighbor was kidnapped. You went for help and came to know that kidnappers also include your brother. What will you do? I will um, I will ask my brother to uh, free that girl and let her go, and I will warn them that they are doing very wrong things, and I will tell my father and parents, mother, that what my brother is up to, so we can advise him, we can teach him, and we can tell him so that he does not do that again. If you are given a recommendation letter, to whom you will give among your group members? I will give it to myself if I am the if I think I am the best best candidate for it in my group members. But if someone is doing better than me, then I will consider him as for this recommendation letter, because army chooses the best. One of your group members has received joining letter, but his parents are not willing to send him to PMA. What should he do? He should probably convince his parents that if he has applied for army, maybe it is definitely true that it should be his passion and it should be his liking to go in army. So I would advise him to convince his parents. I will uh, go by myself, and also try to convince his parents that he should be sent to PMA as he has passed all the exams of army. So definitely he is eligible of for that army, and our nation needs that kind of leaders. So he should probably go. But even after all the facts, all the logics, his parents are not willing to send him, then he should not go, because parents have the most right on us than anything else on this world. Okay, you saw a person who hit a young boy with his car and ran away. What will you do? I would definitely note the car number plate, and then I will go toward that boy and call the ambulance and help him get to the hospital, so he does not lose his life. And afterwards, that I will report that car's number to the police station, so that person gets caught. Next is you and your friends planned a picnic, but your father will not allow you to go for it. Your friend suggested you to ask your father that they are going to combine study at one of your friend's house. What will you do? Hmm. I would definitely not betray my father by saying that. I will rather try to convince him to tell him that I have uh, done my studies and it's a picnic. We are not going to do anything wrong there. We are just having our time to enjoy. So I would try to convince him. I would involve my mother in that, so that he gets convinced. Although if he doesn't allow me, I will not tell a lie to him and go to that picnic. I would rather cancel my plan on it. A woman had cancer and 10 lakhs are required. The work is difficult to finish. Okay, I think I've missed it. It is somewhere else. Huh, there she. A woman had cancer and 10 lakhs are required for her treatment. Her husband only had 4 lakhs. What should he do? He should probably reach out to his relatives or her relatives, both of them, so he can borrow money from them, as it is very crucial for her. This money is very crucial for her, so he should probably get some loan from their relatives. uh, and if it is not possible, he should probably go to the bank and get loan from it, so that her wife is treated. Next SRT is you were playing cricket with your friends and ball went to your neighbor's house. Your neighbors had given you the responsibility to look after their house, but your friends are asking you to allow them to jump so that they may get the ball back. What will you do? As I have the responsibility of their house, there is no complaint if I go to the house. So I will go by myself into the house, and I will pick that ball and come out, rather than allowing my friends to go in it, as it's my responsibility to take care of that house. Next is you have a friend and your father does not like him. Your friend needs some money and you steal that money from your father's purse. Your father came to know that you have stolen his money. Now your father is asking you about money. What will you answer your father? Um, as my father did not like him, I would tell him that I have used that money for my own purposes, rather than telling him that mm, rather than telling him that I have used it for my friend, and when I get it back money, when I get that money back from my friend, I will give it to my father, and then I will tell him the truth that where I used it. Next is you are coming out from a very famous plaza. and watchman suddenly stop you and ask you to show your card. What will you do? I will give him my card, as his it's his duty to ensure that some nothing gets wrong. So I will definitely show him my card so he gets convinced that I have not done anything wrong. Next, our SRT is: there is a girl who belongs to a very decent and religious family. She convinced her family to take admission in a co-education university. Now there is a boy who is consistently irritating her and wants relationship with her. What should she do? Uh, as it was her choice to go in the university and there is no problem in going in co-university, she should probably consider her parents that and tell them that boy is irritating me and wants me to get in a relationship. So their parents may take a stand about that. Next one is: you are working in a company and there is a senior who irritates you. You left that company and became manager in another company. Now he is under you. How will you treat him? I will not treat him in the way he treated me. I will definitely rather be polite to him and uh, whatever the work requires, I will do that rather than taking a revenge from her, because our Prophet Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never took revenge of his enemies, even when they stoned him. So I will definitely not take revenge for such a little thing. Next is: you are working in your friend's company. Your pay is 2 lakh and you come to know that his company is involved in money laundering. What will you do? Even though it's my salary is very good, uh, I will want to leave that job, because when it is involved in money laundering, uh, now or after some time, it will be get caught by police or tax department, and we all will be sued or jobless otherwise. And my dignity also don't allows me to work in such a place that is not uh, halal. So I would definitely leave that job. There is a poor student in your class. Your best friend bullied him and becomes harsh with him. What will you do? uh, I will consider my friend and tell him not to do that, as he's a poor boy, belongs to a poor family, and if he's studying with us, he's definitely a good student and bright student, and he has a family to support. And I will tell my friend, ask him that not to bully him again, and if he does not obey me, I will ask him strictly that he should not do that, because as we should treat him as our classmate as we treat others. If you are given the authority to recommend a candidate, on which qualities will you recommend a candidate? I will recommend a candidate on the same qualities that ISSB asks, that ISSB requires. Next one is: your boss gives you a piece of work and orders to follow his instruction to complete that work. But the work is difficult to finish within time. I will definitely try my best to complete that work within the time, no matter how hard it is. If the time is short, I will try my best to complete it within the time, using all my efforts and all my qualities to finish it. Next one is: you steal money from your okay, ये हमारे ख्याल में हो गया है। नहीं हो गया. You steal money from your father's purse and gave it to your needy friend, but your parents were against it. When you came back, your parents were fighting for money. What will you do? I will definitely tell them that he needed that money. So rather we should not be fighting on this, and I will try to calm them down and then convince them why I did it and why it was necessary for him. As we have money, and we should probably help others. So when we are in need, others will help us. Next one is, you are in a hostel and a female waitress asks you for a selfie. What will you do? As there is no harm in taking a selfie, I would rather allow her to take a selfie and then go on. Next one is, you are working in a company and fulfilling all the requirements, but your boss is still not happy. Your other fellow members are also not happy with the behavior of boss and also suggest you to leave the company because it does not suit you. What will you do? Um if my boss is not happy, I would rather ignore that and continue my work. If I'm willing to do that, if the job is paying me good, so I will continue that job rather than feeling criticized by my boss or any other worker, whatever they say. Next one is, if some people are threatening a boy from your neighbors and threaten him that if he tells someone, they will harm his family. What will you suggest that boy? Um, I could not a better answer for that because I don't know the reason why they are threatening that boy. But I will definitely suggest that boy that he should get help from police secretly, so that he gets protection. 51. Okay. You are invited on a dinner at your friend's home, and after dinner you were going back to your home, and but some robbers did robbery in that house, and people started shouting. Police came and asked you to raise hand and surrender. What will you do? Uh, in that particular moment, if the police has said me to surrender, I will surrender, because if I disobey them, it will be not good for me anyways. So after that, during investigation, I will prove myself that I am not guilty and I have not done anything. So they should probably go before the real thief. Next one is, you are studying in a coaching academy and suddenly terrorists attack and you saw a window and decided to jump, but your friends are afraid of jumping. What will you do? I would rather push them, because if they don't jump, they all will be dead. So I will try to convince them and ask them to jump, rather than standing there. And after they all have jumped, then I will jump and leave that from that window. Next one is, your younger brother is addicted to PUBG. When someone asked him to uh, stop playing, he became angry. What will you do? As he is addicted to PUBG, I will definitely stop him from doing that, because addiction of anything is bad, and the excess of everything is bad. So I will definitely mm, ask him to not to do, to change his behavior and to change his doings, rather than being angry on anything that is good for him. Next is, a girl driving a car got an accident. There is no one to see. What will you do? ये तो है ही गलत की का मेरा क्या, girl driving a car got an accident. No one to. Next is, your sister and brother are traveling in a bus and some terrorists hijacked that bus, and they are demanding to impose Islamic laws in the country. So what will you do as an operational commander to save your family? You have the facility of communication as well. So as I have the communication facility, I will first of all try to communicate with them and negotiate with them. As we have seen in many movies that the negotiation works, and while the time we are negotiating, I would rather send a team to that bus, and so that we can approach them and uh, and and catch them instead of fulfilling their demands. Next one is some boys are irritating girls in train. So what will be your reaction? Okay, if they're irritating the girls, I will definitely stand up for the girls, and I will also inform the TC master, so uh, so the boys are restrained from doing these things. I will also confront those boys. You are going late to home at night. A girl on lonely road asks you for lift or help. What will you do? Hmm. As it is very risky on a lonely road give a to give a lift to anyone, because as there are many chances to be scammed or many other threats. So I will ignore that and I will not give her a lift. Next one is one of your friend left school due to daily quarrel between his parents. Now how will you help him? I will definitely approach his parents and tell them how their behavior is affecting their son's future, and I will tell them, I will advise them to to sort out the problems between them, so their son's future is not ruined. And I will advise my friend as well to rejoin the school and continue his studies. Some boys are bullying a boy in your school. What will be your action? I will stop those boys from bullying that boy, because bullying someone is not a good thing, and I will restrain those students from bullying that boy. And if they are not stopped by me, I will involve the school administration as well. Next one is two boys got same marks in test for a job, but one is smart and humble and the other one is poor. To whom will you select? Hmm. I will select the one who is more eligible for the job rather than staying on. I will rather select the one who is more suitable for the job and who has got more interest in that job. Next one is you are praying a Jummah random in a random masjid, and Maulana gives a speech against a sect. In this situation, what will you do? As I'm in a random masjid and the khutbah is going on, I will definitely keep on sitting quietly, and after the Jummah, when the prayer is called off, and we have prayed, we are offered our prayers and the people are leaving, then I will go towards the Maulana and advise him and tell him that he should not tell these things in masjid, that it gives rise to criticism. He should probably more talk more about the teachings of Quran rather than criticizing any sect or any other uh, Maulana or a scholar in his khutbah. You are driving a car on a highway at full speed. Suddenly, brake fails. As I've seen in a documentary, I will first of all, first of all, I will keep that car in neutral, and afterwards, I will slowly shifting the gears so that the car stops uh, by frequent brakes, not suddenly. And when the car is um, on that speed that if I uh, pick up the handbrake, the car will not drift. Then I will took up the handbrake and stop the car.